Hello everyone! Today in this tutorial we will discover what splice method of arrays has in its sleeves. First and foremost, let's see what different sources say about this method. In the book ES6 Tutorials Point, they say splice method changes the content of an array, adding new elements while removing old elements. In addition, in the book JavaScript The Definitive Guide, David Flanagan says, splice is a general-purpose method for inserting or removing elements from an array. Unlike slice and concat, splice modifies the array on which it is invoked. Note that splice and slice have very similar names but perform substantially different operations. So basically, splice is a general-purpose method for adding or removing elements from an array. But you might say, we can use pop and push methods for this purpose. Then, what is the need for using this method? Well, the splice method is much more sophisticated than push or pop, and in the end, you'll fall in love with this method. Now let's see the process of working with this method. For this purpose, let's create an array. Populate it with some values. Now let's store it in a constant and name it array. Now let's call our array and pick splice method. So splice can have one or more than one argument. The first argument is the starting position of the array in which the operation will start from, and it must be an index of the array. The second argument is optional, and it defines the length of the items that you wish to delete. Here I want to delete two elements from index of 1, so 1 is starting position and 2 is the length of deletion. To see the result, now let's log in the console. Save the document and refresh the browser. Beautiful. You see, 2 items of this array at index of 1 and 2 are deleted. Now you might ask, you said that the second argument is optional, so what will happen if we don't pass the second argument then? Well, let's see it in action. So, let's delete 2, save the document, and refresh the browser. Now, as you can see, all the elements from the starting index are deleted. It's enough of deletion. Now let's see how we can add elements using splice method. So basically, any arguments after the length of deletion that will pass to splice will be added to our array. For example, here we want to add elements at index of 1, and we don't want to delete any elements from this array, so we need to pass 0 as the length of the deletion. And here are our elements that we want to add to the array. So let's save the document and refresh the browser. I need to make some more space here. You see, here are our added elements. So we've reached the end of this tutorial, and if you have benefited from it, hit the subscribe button and give us a beautiful thumb. See you next time.